I'm not sure what it is on Skype, but I'd imagine it's the same. You might have to email it to me. Is it? Really? Wow. What, private message or public message? On Skype? Wow. I didn't think you'd be able to send anything that size through Skype. What size is it? 50 meg. It seems a bit small. But we'll find out. Is it just me? Oh, you can just hear me because I got my mic on. Hello, chat. Welcome to another Vampire Sunday. Well, I think we'll just jump right into it, I think. Tonight, we don't think we've got any announcements. Usual story. Tomorrow night will be... I'm probably going to do some Red Dead online tomorrow night, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Depending on who's around and what's happening. But we'll definitely do something. Wednesday night, Curse of Strahd, as always. Friday is Stormlord's Wrath with Yanti, and then back here again for more Vampire Masquerade. The only announcement tonight, after we complete tonight's session, I will be drawing the players for the one shot that I've got. I've got seven interested parties. There are 5 spots available, so I've made up a roll table, and we will roll that at the end of tonight's show, and I'll send a message to all those players that are going to be in that one shot. I've done a bit of work on it today. So it should be pretty cool. So, with that being said, we shall turn it over to our storyteller and get right into tonight's show.
Yay, hi everybody. I'm Dr. Nick. So,
hi, Dr. Nick.
let's open my recap. 2 butters, 4 milks, 4 breads. No, that's my shopping list. Here we go. It was Sunday around midnight. You had all gathered at Zane's van, deciding what to do next after speaking with Van Deimen. A quick stop at a park was had for a bite to eat, allowing hunger to be sated, and then a drive north to Kensington, to the warehouse that is still going through the motions of purchase. Discussions were had and phone calls and texts were made and received. A Melbourne to Portland and return poker run was arranged by Aaron's crew for Friday night, and later that evening, Aaron sought out getting Ginny's Colt modified and some of the acidic ammunition copied. He retreated to his own haven in the early hours and made sure to set bug bombs, as they had seen many roaches in the night. A check to the library database on his phone found Pip trying to gauge anything he could about the prince to cross-reference his vision, whilst later he went home and read a book that Echo had gifted him from a famous, maybe not so deceased writer. Peggy made a call to Echo that she had a lovely older gentleman come and visit her, which got nerves on edge. Echo then sent message to Nathan to organise a meeting with the prince, and she then grabbed Van Diemen's contact details from Zane and asked him to call at his will. She felt pursued when she went back to her yacht, so she took a detour, wiping away a single roach as she waded into the ocean to find her sleeping place. Jax ensured his men were securing the temporary haven. There was talk of not using a hammer to get footage from a rest home, and he sent his men to do the job instead. He then made a trip to an Nosferatu friend to deliver a message before heading back to another hidden haven. Zane set up a small amount of security and assured the others that this building was soon to be under their ownership. After a quick concerned call from his assistant, his shop was set to open again come Monday morning. Much to Zane's disappointment, others were sent to get footage from their rest home, mostly due to Zane's hand condition. And Zane was visited in the early hours by many roaches who presented him a USB drive, and Van Diemen texted him a cipher so he was able to decode it. So, once again, we welcome you all to Melbourne, on the doorstep of the setting sun. It has been a very cloudy Monday, a winter's day of around 16 degrees Celsius, which has quickly dipped to 13 degrees as the last of the light of day is swallowed by the evening shadows. As it is a new night, kindred, and you have all awoken, you must all make that hunger check, please. Thumbs up, getting thumbs up around. Echo.
It's just a red die, isn't it?
Just one single red die. A fail is you're hungry, a success is you're not.
What if you get nothing?
Then you're...
That's a fail.
That's a fail.
Then I fail.
So, Jax, what is your current hunger?
I'm at hunger 1.
Hunger 1. Echo, are you now at hunger 3?
If I was 2... Yeah, I think I'm 2.
Yep. Aaron, you'll be at 1. Pip, what are you currently sitting at?
I'm at 1 after last night's food.
Excellent. And it's success now, was it?
Yep.
And Zane, what are you sitting at?
Well, seeing I failed with that, I'm now 2.
2. No one seems to be too hungry this evening, but a couple of you suffering the effects of maybe needing to feed in the near future. Our coterie of hounds has decided to meet back at their temporary haven in the Kensington area. Well, all but one of you. Echo, you're sitting in your car about a block away, pulled over discreetly because your phone has been ringing. Who should be on the other end? But none other than Van Diemen himself. And do we have a Van Diemen on the line?
Greetings.
Hello.
It's
good.
Such a pleasure to hear from you.
Likewise. I wanted to apologize for the introductions we had. It wasn't the ideal first impression. And there's no need to follow me home because I'd like to formally invite you to my haven for whatever evening you choose. Do you happen to play chess?
Well, how could I say no to an invitation? Chess, something that I can certainly wrap my head around. Is it just us?
It would be just us, unless you feel you want to bring any company with you. I have a very old chess set from a very famous man, and since we've already made a deal, the hounds and you, there's no need to barter. I thought it'd be nice for you to come and enjoy someone's company and beautiful surroundings without anyone wanting something from you. Be good for the both of us. What do you say?
I accept.
All right. Just let me know whatever day is convenient for you, and I will make room.
Very
Um,
well.
Text you my home information.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is that all?
I think that's all.
Okay. Well, till once we meet.
All right. And I'm going to hang up.
You do that.
No.
Oh,
Moment of the night.
Well done.
My favorite moment.
And with that, the phone conversation has ended. Thank you for popping in, Cam, for that short piece.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. It'll end up being more, I'm sure. And with that, you've finished your call, waiting now for Van Diemen to decide what day he will get back to you. And I hope it doesn't coincide with your special day coming up this week. Nonetheless, back at the Haven, the others, Jax, Zane, Pip, and Aaron, are awaiting your arrival. What are you guys doing in the meantime?
Jackson, on the way to meeting the others, would have stopped by the drop point that him and Francis had set up previously, just to make sure that if there was any reply, and gather that information if there was.
Okay. Now, I believe there's been some
Yeah.
back and forthing, so I believe there is a reply there for you.
There is. I do have that information.
Excellent. You pick it up from the drop point. Would Francis meet you there normally, or would you just pick up the drop point
I'd pick
yourself?
it up. I'd pick it up.
Okay. Excellent. You've picked up your information.
Whether he's there or not, that's up to him. But I wouldn't be expecting to see him there.
That's good. He is not there at this point in time, and you get said information. So you would have picked that up on the way. So once again, you will be at the Haven then. It wouldn't have taken you long. It's on the way. Aaron, Zane, and Pip would have been in the Haven first then, unless there's something you guys would have done.
No, I would have shown up with a BB gun, little plastic launching one, and I'll just be sitting there shooting it at Zane, asking him if he's found out any more information from Van Diemen. Just every now and again, just
Are you
firing
looking for roaches, are you?
it. Yeah, that too.
Speaking of roaches, Pip's around the New Haven, reading the bell jar. He's got a cockroach. The cockroach he was reading to, he's brought it along with him.
I will make. I'll write that down just so I know. So you're basically keeping this cockroach as your pet.
Pretty much.
He's collecting things like the hand, the tongue, cockroaches.
So you'll see Aaron walk in with his BB style gun, and Aaron, you see Pip hanging out reading a book. Zane, what are you up to?
Digging through loads of information, keeping an eye on
yes.
cameras.
Excellent. So, and the loads of information you're digging through, is that by chance what Van Diemen gave you?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, so at this point, Jax arrives, and the four of you are in the haven. I will leave it to you until Echo gets there.
Evening, gents. Get everything done
Hi,
that we
Mr.
needed
Spencer.
to. Hey, Pip. How you doing tonight?
Yeah.
Better than last night, I hope?
Yep. Doing okay. Doing
Good,
okay.
good. How's that book?
It's good. Mania here seems to like it.
Who?
Mania the roach.
Oh, yeah. There's a few of those hanging around my place too. Seemed to be too much of a bother, but...
Tasmania.
Wow. See what you did there, Pip. Good on you, mate. Good on you. With that, Jax will sort of leave Pip to his devices and head over to where Zane and Aaron are.
Okay, cool.
Boys, Zane, how's that info coming for Echo? Did it get dropped off last night?
You mean the thing that I'm looking at now? Yeah. Lots of info.
Any decent info? Did we get a picture of this guy, one chance? Off the cameras?
Looking still.
The security stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, so the security stuff was handed through. Now, you do have footage that you can watch through. Whether Zane's watched it or not, I would not be sure. Up to you, Zane.
No. We haven't set this place up properly yet, have we?
Not really, no.
All right then. So he gets out. I get out of my van, pull the sliding door back on the side of the van, and a big 50-inch screen.
Fuck me, how do you fit that in there, dude? I mean, seriously.
I'm actually surprised he didn't just use a projector, but okay.
Well, it works, but man.
A bit insane, but yeah, okay, yeah.
Right, just what's up?
And I play the video that I got.
Do we know roughly what time this dude showed up? I know it was during the day.
It was during the day, yeah. I mean,
that's a big gap.
You're looking at what, 8 or 9 hours, give or take.
So as he's playing the video does have a timestamp. And I'll give you the full retrospect here as it's playing. The video footage, it's like a flick back and forth. It's like the cameras are sequenced to pick up on, as any, like Zane and Jax would know, they're sequenced to pick up motion. And if there's a lot of motion, they're timed throughout that motion. So you get through a bit of early footage, back and forth, watching bits and pieces as Zane sort of skips through it. Then it's pretty much 14:15 on the camera, so that'd be 2:15 in the PM. An older gentleman, possibly in his 70s, fitting the rough description that Echo was given, enters the building. He wears a light tan suit and he brandishes a walking stick, quite a dark black stick with sort of silver ends. It looks very, very rich. He has an ever so slight limp that he's using the walking stick to sort of balance, I guess. He's about 6'1". He has light brown hair, which is very heavily streaked with silvery greys. The hair is it's like an Elvis Presley style. He's got the sideys, the hair sort of buffs over that Elvis Presley way, except it's very thinning and that greying sort of look. He has a thin moustache as well, of the same sort of brown and silvery. He signs the in-book, and you get a good camera shot of this. It's quite a good close view. And as he signs the book, he signs it as David Jones. It looks natural, it looks fluent. It's big, bold letters, like very artistic, not very tight and small like a doctor, but nice and big and flowing. It's about the stage Echo, as the video is playing, you enter the building. It's up to you if you walk over to the gentleman, but you are entering as they're watching this video. You see this man as he's writing in the book. He walks past the entrance. The camera follows him down to Piggy's room. He knocks on the door, stands and waits. He seems to have something in his jacket he takes out, and it's just a small arrangement of flowers. She opens the door. The nurse sort of points him in, and he goes.
At any point, does the camera stop? Like, not stop, but does the camera get a clear view of his face?
Yes, you get a clear view of his face multiple times in the camera shot.
So, Zane, you can get a still off that, back into facial recognition.
Already doing it.
Or
Zane.
Echo would be pleased. Oh, speaking of the devil, Echo.
Hello.
Here's we have a clear picture of your visitor.
You ring
Footage.
any bells?
Does he ring any bells?
Echo, roll me intelligence awareness. Zane, you're using facial recognition. Roll intelligence and technology.
And I'm still shooting cockroaches.
And you're still shooting cockroaches. Give me a two checks for you, Aaron. Intelligence awareness to see if you can spot them.
And because I got 200, it's 200 die in that.
Yes.
Correct. So add 2 hunger to your pool. Any hunger dice go into your pool.
I got a 3.
You got 3. He looks familiar to you, Echo, but you just cannot put your finger on it. You've seen a lot of people in your time. He does look familiar, but you just can't recall. Zane, 5. You get facial recognition hits. American military. His service record is massive. It's full of achievements. His name, David Jones. As you
And yeah, I got 3 on mine.
3. So you spot one cockroach, not the one that Pip has with him, but another one, up on a pillar. Can you make a dexterity firearms for me, please? This should be right in your wheelhouse.
So, Zane. Looks like David Jones is his real name. Looking at that.
Possibly. I'll have
3
to
again. And
3 again.
why are the US military interested in someone in Australia?
As you ask that question, Aaron, pop, the gun goes, and the cockroach pow, splatters on the pillar. That's good target practice.
Yep. I'm liking
Well,
these.
Looking at this footage, human, potentially. I mean, we don't know what other supernatural creatures out there that can walk around during the daylight, so I'm assuming human.
Zane, as Jax is speaking, your phone begins to ring. Is it on silent or is it loud?
Loud.
Okay, you can hear it ringing.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Zane.
Oh, shit.
Would you be able to do me a favor and pass me over to Mr. Spencer, please?
All right. Hands the phone.
Who is it, Zane?
our lovely friend, I think.
Chuck it on speaker, mate. It's all good.
No, switches it over to speaker.
I would not advise putting me on speaker, Mr. Spencer. Can I please speak to you in private, please?
Very well. Picks up the phone and just steps away from the group.
Mr. Spencer, I have come across some information, and I am requesting strongly a meeting with you and Zane, alone without the rest of the coterie, tomorrow night.
May I inquire as to why this is not information for all of the
It is
hounds?
It is of a sensitive nature, and I'd rather not discuss it over the phone.
Very well. Where and when?
I will give you the address tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening. Plenty of time so you can make sure you have security in place. I'm sure you would like to have that. But this is of a sensitive nature, Mr. Spencer.
We dropped the Mr. Spencer. That's my... Just call me Jax. It's fine.
Jax. Okay.
It sounds important, so we'll be there.
Okay. I will text Zane. Make sure you ask him. There's a reason why I didn't go to Zane straight away and just send a text. Make sure you ask him for the text tomorrow morning. And tomorrow evening.
Will do.
I still get used to this.
See you then.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Hang up the phone. Take it back over and pass it back to Zane. Well, interesting.
She doesn't take long to send you a text regarding a time and place, and it's early in the night as her and the prince do have other arrangements on Tuesday evening. But she gives you a time, she gives you a place pretty quick thereafter.
Jackson turns to the rest of the group and says, well, it appears that Zane and I have a meeting with Miss Barnett tomorrow evening. Not entirely sure why she's only asking for us.
Do I have to go? I don't want to go. She scares me.
Sucks to be you, dude.
We'll go. I'm interested to find out what information she has. Apparently it's
all right.
too sensitive to include all of us, which I'm a little suspect about.
Isn't me and Pip meant to be with the prince tomorrow?
Yeah, well, that may even happen tonight, I'm not sure.
So basically excluding me.
Yeah, I don't like her very much, if I'm to be honest.
So the night off.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can find other things that we need to do. We still need to get more information on Gerald Stone and find his movements and such. I mean, we could do that tonight, stake out his actual house.
Pip looks over at the cockroach that Aaron shot. He looks to his shoulder. He's like, I hope that wasn't a friend of yours. And he closes the book. It's like, I need to get to work. It's like, I'm the glue that holds this all together. I know it doesn't seem that way. Don't look at me like that. And he walks over to you. He's like, so what are we doing?
We're still deciding that, Pip. You and Aaron may have a meeting with Elysium tomorrow evening with the prince and the sheriff, which I'm sure will be fascinating. But tonight, it's on us to figure out what we're doing, and you still have information to go through on this Anarch Baron. We have to decide on when we're going to attempt to take possession of this sword for Van Diemen. Appears we now have a couple of options. The prince is holding a meeting tomorrow night at Elysium for the Anarch Barons and apparently Sabat as well, in order to discuss the SI's movements, which will give us opportunity. Echo, you
Zane.
have your party, of course.
Sorry, Jax. Zane, as they're talking, as you're scrolling through this information of this David Jones, you spot something. It rings bells for you. After the military record, his service leads to the FBI. And everything else after that is blacked out or labelled top secret or confidential. Carry on, Jackson.
Echo, we have your party on Wednesday night, where you've also extended invitations to the Anarch Barons and whoever else. I think that is our best opportunity. Not sure, more time. We can be seen publicly, to a degree.
Good distraction. Plus with the masquerade ball, you could be there or not be there.
I did think about that. I have enough men in my employ that have similar build. Similar build to most of us. So those of us that may not have to be there can still be there in some token. We still need the information on the building, the security, staff. The more the better. Obviously we want to get in and out as quickly as possible without raising any alarms. And I'm sure the security will be tight.
So about that, I have a short itinerary of Sophie Hall. If you're interested.
City Hall.
Sophie Hall.
Sophie Hall.
Yeah, the anarch where we need to go get the sword from, and blah, 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 blah.
Sorry, I had a awkward phone call this morning. Go ahead.
Anyway, so Monday she has a plans with Adam Richards, the Grangle,
Take a breath, Zane. Take a breath.
Flemington. Yeah, a dinner at the Flemington restaurant. Tuesday, off to Fisherman's Bend to meet up with Baron Austin Murphy. They are planning to bolster defences since the Sabat taken over South Yarra. And Wednesday, so want to go to that. She's going to the coterie, to the Ocean's Embrace.
Oh, that's the ball. Yep.
So want to go to that. Can I go to that?
Is she going to be at the meeting Tuesday?
Tuesday, meeting with Baron Austin Murphy.
Oh.
I don't know when that is, though.
I don't know if Prince has organised this meeting yet, but I'm sure it'll come up. Pip. This text.
And Sophie has a set of electronic remotes as well for all her items, and she carries them with her.
Yeah. That's the information about the vision with the prints and the bullets and the car and the...
You
remember?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Where'd you get all the information from?
The library archives. I sent you a message.
I don't have the phone.
I'll pass mine to I'll pass mine over to Echo. So where is your burner, Echo?
Oh, well,
Zane gave
remember the other Haven, and I was there and you guys weren't there, and I tried to text you and I couldn't use it, so I threw it out.
She burned it.
It's the second thing that Zane gave me that broke. So.
Wow. So.
Ooh, I remember now. Whoops.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know why that didn't work.
So this article. It's interesting. This is obviously before Prince Taylor was embraced, yes? By the sounds of it. Before he was the prince. I mean, before he was even kindred.
Out in the sun.
I mean, I know some of I mean, I've heard about some of his doings. I mean, we all know he was a gangster, but yes, no one really, I didn't think to look into it that deeply.
Why would you be having a vision of this unless it meant something?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit...
What?
Crazy.
You're not crazy, Pip.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. It's part of who you are now.
Pip, we're not crazy.
Well,
we're not.
I think you're crazy, slightly, Zane. But that's a different type of crazy. I think you were crazy before, to be honest.
No.
But these visions, I mean, you will learn, I'm assuming you'll learn to control them better as time goes by.
Maybe I can ask the prince. Hopefully it doesn't cut anything.
maybe just we keep this information to ourselves for now. I mean, he'd know the information anyway. There, clearly.
Oh, about premonitions, not about.
What? Well, he seemed. Yeah. Well, he has them too, I think, or something like that. I mean, I've seen him do something similar to you. I mean, whether it's the same, or you could ask him. I mean, it's possible. But I'm not sure how this ties into anything we're currently doing. But Zane, I mean, you sent the text to all of us, yeah? Zane, if you want to...
Text, what text, what?
Check your phone,
Yeah.
Zane. Again.
Once all of you would see that Pip has sent in the group text through the burner phones, everyone except for Echo, will have some information that he's found in the library.
Very long text.
It's like multiple text. You know how they get to a certain amount of letters and they stop and they send the second one? It's like that.
Got like 5 texts, 60 characters each.
Did we each get a copy, Zane, of the video in the parking lot?
Parking lot?
Can you?
From Elysium, Zane. Attack on the Prince.
I just had a thought. Do you remember the first night?
Give me a sec. Goes onto the keyboard and types in the other video, puts it up on the screen.
Do you remember the first night when Tim Jeremy, changed his face to like an old man to a young man?
Yes.
And he said if he looked at anyone long enough, he could turn into them?
Yes.
And Billy was sitting right across from him?
Oh, shit. True.
I'd like to see that tape again because Pip here ate his leg. And he would have a limp, right?
How would he be walking in the sun?
No, I don't think Echo's saying that that's David Jones. I think...
No, I'm saying that the Billy could have been Tim, who was told to do something.
True.
It's like an alarm bell going off in my head right now.
So, which attack? Are you suggesting that the second attack on the Prince may not have been Billy?
I'm saying that he can change into anyone he sees. And the sheriff, he's afraid of the sheriff. He's scared to death of him because he makes him do bad things.
Where is Tim now, anyway?
At Elysium.
Wait a minute.
I mean, we
Where
left
was-
him.
Under the control of
was-
the Prince, apparently.
Where was Tim during the second attack?
At Elysium.
Under their jail, or...
Actually, no, I think he was in my haven at that second attack. I
I
can't
think-
remember.
After the
Yes.
parking lot, yeah, we were told to bring him to your haven, weren't we?
Yes, behind the scenes, he was in Jax's haven.
Yeah, he was secure you guys at my haven while you were talking to Jenny, the second attack.
We've also got to explore this wolf angle.
Yeah. So therein lies what we need to figure out. What is our next move?
Well,
Who do we focus on?
The one thing about it is if there's one person that can have Tim's abilities, there's a goddamn chance that someone else out there has the exact same abilities. I'm interested in to see if Billy actually was limping. If he wasn't limping, he healed himself of a pretty severe injury pretty damn quick.
Fact.
And at the same time, he seems to have a lot of different disciplines if it was him. So
Well,
I don't know.
if the video is anything to go by, this Billy pointing to the screen had the ability to influence one of the Elysium guards to walk away from his post.
Are you guys watching through the video again?
Yeah.
Or so do you need a descriptive, or are you happy?
I pretty much remember what happened.
Sweet.
Was he limping?
Tim
I can't
did
remember.
have awe.
Was he or wasn't it?
He did.
Yeah,
There
but
is no
Tim
limp.
was in lockdown, babe.
As you watch the video, there is no limp on the man in the video.
Alright, so there's one sign that wasn't Billy. Unless he's got super healing abilities.
How bad did Billy's leg get?
I don't
Ever
know.
been
how-
to-
Tastes pretty good.
You ever been to KFC and get the burger box? Yeah. It was like he was digging in.
Okay, then.
What was in his leg that made Pip
A
like
key.
Did you,
It's a key. He hit a key.
interesting.
Okay, so
Chances are that we've got to look at this objectively. Either he healed really fast, or that wasn't Billy on the second attack. That means we have Shapeshifter. Can't have been Tim. He was locked up in my haven. And there were no breaches at my haven until after the attack. And after you guys left.
so it's not okay, so it's not Tim. It's not Billy. It's someone else that has the same abilities as Tim.
You know,
Or
I mean,
yeah,
we know that
yeah.
any one of us can have the ability to shapeshift with either the right clan or the right training. So we've just opened a whole new can of worms, opening another million suspects.
If you eat someone, like eat them, do you get their abilities?
I mean, Diablo Eyes.
No, but if you shape change into a wolf, Aaron, and you eat them, do you gain their powers? Is that Diablery?
Well, I guess so in a way, but not quite the same. And I haven't quite got up to the point where I can shape change yet.
All of you make an intelligence. What would it be? Intelligence and I would say medicine check for what you know about Kindred and Diablery.
Have medicine on there? Yes, we do. Look at that. One success, because I know nothing about medicine.
You've heard of Diablery, but you don't know what it involves really. Right, what have we got? 4 for Pip, 2 for Aaron. Aaron, you're much the same. You've heard of it, but not really. Echo, what did you get? I can't see.
I only could roll 2 dice, so I rolled my 2 hunger. And what did 2 skulls mean again?
Ooh, shit.
So you just got a skull on each dice. Did you?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a bestial failure.
You get. That's.
I mean, it could be a
hungry.
success because it's a picture.
We'll resolve that momentarily.
Oh,
You
shit.
got 4. And Zane, what did you get?
2.
2. Okay. So Jax, Zane, and Aaron have all heard of Diablery. Not really more than just the stories of just drinking another vampire to their death. Pip, you shouldn't know this, but it's almost like you had a little flash image in your mind of what Diablery is. You don't actually get a vision as such, but it comes across like that, and you feel like you've heard. I don't know how you've heard. It must be just this vision. Diablery is when a vampire consumes another vampire to their death and eats of their heart. It's the worst type of thing to bring another vampire, another kindred to their death. It's frowned upon. Echo, you know this as well. You can fill in all the blank details that maybe Pip might have missed. You know it so much. And from your past, you've probably seen it. and it brings back memories of some crazy dark times. And you get hungrier by 2 points for starters. Not only do you get hungrier, you have to instantly. How many? That puts you to a 4 hunger.
2.
So you've gone to 4 hunger from 2. It's triggered you. You are now feeling the primal beast within. You want to feed now, but you not only want to feed, you want to diablerize. You can show them what it's about. You know how diablerie works. Show them. I want you to make a willpower roll for me.
Okay, how do I do that?
So any unspent willpower, no hunger dice.
Any unspent, so all the
Yes.
blank spaces.
So whatever your willpower is, the
Okay.
places you've filled in,
Okay.
and just roll your pool of willpower.
One success.
1.
Yeah.
So 1 success. 1 success is fine enough to control yourself to not jump on the kindred immediately in front of you. It is not enough to control yourself to want to leave the haven and go and eat now. Preferably kindred if you can find one. You are compelled to leave. And the rest of you see as Echo leaves the door. Echo, you can describe how you leave. I will give that to you.
Okay, so diablerizing is you have to eat their heart, and
Yeah, Pip's explaining it out loud. It's like, yeah, it's the, the thing where they drink them and then they munch on their heart.
fuck this shit. I'm out, and I leave.
She storms out the door, and you guys can see her demeanor changes completely.
Was it something we said, or did I say something wrong?
I think
Hey,
someone.
what did you say?
I think she's hungry. Yeah, he looked angry. Yeah, I think just leave her alone. I mean, she'll come back when she's sorted.
Aaron, as she's storming out the door, is your phone on silent?
My phone, no.
No. Your phone rings.
Enter it.
It's June from Mick's Weapon Shop.
Ah.
Yo,
cool.
Aaron.
How you going, June?
Good. Whoa. I mean, man, this stuff in the bullet. This is really damn badass.
Okay, so that sounds like it's going to be fun to try to get.
Have you ever heard of fluoroantimonic acid?
Yeah, I use it all the time. What?
I was surprised that you said yes. So how do I put it? It's kind of classed as a super acid. According to the internet, it's 1 billion times stronger than a 100% concentration of sulfuric acid. It says here, and you can sort of hear that she's reading off the computer as you hear the click click as she's pushing through. It says here, it's painful, very, very painful, and it reacts violently to skin, bone, water, and wait for it, blood. Extremely violent reaction to blood. So, to find it isn't too bad. That's the good news. It's used in petrochemistry fields, like oil refineries, things like that. It can be found in chemical labs too because they use it as a catalyst, but I think the best bet is petrochemistry. We've got refineries near here. I've done some checks.
Got one.
Well, Altona, right?
Yeah.
So, they stock it in a small quantity, but they stock it. When I say small, more than enough of what you need. I think that's roughly an hour west from here. And you can hear it tap in on the computer again. According to Google Maps, it's about that, yeah. So, west of here, Riverside Quay here in town, though, in Melbourne, has their head office. I don't know if you know someone who can maybe patch into their systems. You might be able to get a delivery truck and access that before it gets there. I don't know. Up to you.
I may have an in. So, yeah. Text us the relevant info, and I send her the burner phone number.
Cool.
To this number. And I'll try to get some to you. ASA tonight.
Yes. I mean, like I say, you don't need a hell of a lot. The bullets don't have a lot within them, but we can definitely do it.
Yeah, well, look, if I can get you a leader, I think we're going to be set for a while.
Absolutely. All right. I'll send you the information on the acid.
Excellent. Cool. And I'm going to hang up, then look at Zane and go, Zane.
What do I do now? Jeez.
It's what you're about to do.
Oh, I get to do something? Ooh.
I need you to organize the delivery of 1 liter of that acid. And I'm going to wait for the text message to come through because I've got no effing idea how to say it.
Message coming through now.
Yeah. And I'll share that to Zane and say, it's from this company. I need a leader of it. Preferably tonight. If you need to use money, I'm going to get up nice and close. So use Jackson's accounts.
Ooh. That could be interesting.
You realise Jackson's standing right there and probably heard you anyway.
I would say everyone's standing together and it wouldn't take much to hear. I would say just roll a wits awareness, Jax, to see what you're concentrating on. Because as his phone call would have been on, I assume the rest of you might have been conversating.
I would have quickly sent a text as he got his phone call, but yeah, that's 3 successes.
3 successes. What text were you sending?
Just to let Joe know that a rather irate Echo is about to leave the building. Pay to steer clear.
Yeah, so you're texting, and as you're texting, you hear Aaron sort of lean into Zane, and he says, what he says, do use his account sort of thing, and you do catch that tail end of that. It sounds tongue-in-cheek, but yeah.
I just sort of turn my head slightly, raise an eyebrow, and just say, Zane, cover everything, all expenses, whatever we need. You know the accounts. I'm sure you know the accounts.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, so get a leader of this stuff. And then I'm going to turn to everyone. You know those acid bullets that the SI have? I've got a mate who can make them. This acid's the stuff that's in it. It may be good on us, but it'd also be good on them too. I think it would chew through their armor.
Bad idea. Think a leader would be enough?
Well,
if we were to outfit, let's say, my security team, half of Elysium.
I think a leader is less trackable. We can always get another delivery at another time. But
Dane, order a 10-liter delivery to one of my shell companies as well.
Yeah. Well, it's normally used for refinery. Do you have anything that does refinery, or I think she said chemical companies, they use it as a cleaning agent.
Yeah, I got a shell company that would probably fit that bill somewhere. I have several.
Yeah, there you go. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get some rounds. This could be interesting.
So while this is going on, Pip's wandered off and he's talking to the cockroach on his shoulder. He's like, Mania, do you think I upset Miss Monroe? Should we go find her? Which way did she go?
Pip, can you roll a wits awareness for me, please? Echo, we're going to switch to you right after this roll.
Three successes.
You plain and clearly saw her leave straight out the door, and not a lot in the way of windows in this building, but what you can see through a breather glass, like the panes, like with the bars in front of them, you can see an edged sort of breather glass like that, and you can see she's storming outside, heading towards the closest kindred, which I believe would be some of Jackson's men.
Yep.
Echo, you're outside, and you can see, and there's a couple of men out here, couple of kindred, couple of ghoul. You are in that mode of You know how Itinerary works. Take it away.
Is there any by themselves?
They're in pairs.
They'll always be in pairs.
Is my Jeep nearby?
Your Jeep is nearby.
Do I know of any kindred hotspots where they would kind of be alone?
You do know of, and all of you do at some point or another deal with other kindred, so you do know of kindred spots nearby here, especially Kensington being Camarilla area and North Melbourne also. So anywhere within the nearest 5-10 minutes, you would be able to find other kindred. The parks and stuff are always a place where, depending on the type of feeds, is where some of them hang out to get nighttime meal.
I'm gonna hop in my Jeep and get to the nearest place where there's no cameras and anything to watch me to find a little single kindred somewhere.
Okay. It doesn't take long, a couple of minutes down the road into a park area, open space with lighting that is dim. You know there's no cameras in one of these spaces, and if there is, they're definitely not covering much. There's a little wander around before you can find kindred, and we'll make you roll for it. Intelligence, what's awareness, please?
2.
Takes you longer than you'd like. On the way, you see a couple, a man and a woman, humans. You can smell their blood. It's very, very... It's almost like intoxicating to you, like you've just walked past a nice restaurant and smelled the smell of the food in the air. The couple are holding hands, they kiss each other and say goodbye, and they part ways, the male to the left of the park, the female to the right. And you're hungry now. Diablo's going to have to wait. You need to choose one, male or female.
Which one looks nicer? Which one has better shoes?
The male has better shoes.
The male it is.
All right. What's your plans? Are you going to chase him down? Are you going to try and stealth?
I will wait till he gets in a dark, shadowy spot as he's walking, and try and use touch of oblivion.
All right. So
I'm going to try and make his bones in his neck kind of brittle and then bite.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, easy enough done. You just have to make
I know I have to make a rouse check.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You realize if you hit 5 hunger, you will possibly go into frenzy.
That means I eat him?
That would mean that you would, to avoid frenzy, you can roll a willpower, but it would mean, yes, you would try and chew him down pretty quick, as in to the end.
I failed, so I'm going to try a willpower.
Roll a willpower to see if you can control this. So willpower uses all your willpower dice.
Okay. All of my willpower dice. Okay.
Yep, so you need to
Do I have to roll my hungers too?
No, when you roll willpower checks,
No,
Okay.
just black.
Okay, so
6 dice.
you don't believe me, so you're watching me.
Are you fucking kidding me?
3.
3 successes.
That's right.
3.
As you feel the frenzy grip you, you can smell his blood. You touch him. He takes damage, but before he can even cry out, you cover his mouth, and you're fighting that urge to just rip him apart. And thankfully, your willpower check saves you. Any less than that, and it would have been his death. But you have somewhat a semblance of control at this point in time. He's suffering debilitating injury as you've touched him, and he falls to the ground. You are in shadow, and you can feed on him now. And you won't get. It's not your usual feed type, so you're not going to get your full feed. You're only going to get 1 point. Unless you choose to drain him further to near unconsciousness, you will get 2. Or you could also decide to do something different. It's up to you.
I won't drain him all the way. I'll just get him down to what I need to.
Okay, you take him as far as you can, and that luck of that, just holding your will, all your might, you feel his body go limp as he's gone unconscious from your ability, and then you just drain the blood, you can taste how good and how warm it is, and he's healthy. He's not a drinker or a smoker. The blood is pure and clean, and then you realize, oh shit, you're getting close to his death, and you draw away right at that point in time.
Okay.
You are at 4 hunger again, and you're still feeling the beast within.
Is there any kindred nearby?
The kindred you came for originally, yes. Knowing that this is a haunt of theirs, a hangout, there are kindred. I'm going to make you search for them too, however.
Okay.
Same thing, a wits awareness.
Okay. 3.
It doesn't take long to spot kindred. Similarly to what you've just been doing, feeding on a mortal under a set of trees that's shadowed over. He looks up, seeing you, thinks he was in full cover, but seeing you spot him, and you can actually smell his blood and the draining of the other blood. He sees you spot him, and he looks at you and sniffs the air a little and says, "Feeding time for you too, huh?"
Yeah. Have you already ate?
I'm in the process of it. Yes, I'm about done. And he sort of looks at the man's wound close. He's not going through the neck. He's just on an arm. He looks at the wound close and looks back at you. Nice night for a meal.
Does Echo? She's smart. Does she? If I look at him, do I think I could probably do the same thing to him? Is he looking pretty stronger than me, visibly?
Make an intelligence investigation for me, please.
2.
2.
Not really.
It's hard to say. He doesn't look. He looks like any kindred looks like a person. They look like regular people for the most part. A little paler. He's got a slight build, not too muscle bound. Looks about average. You could take him. You know you can.
I'm going to do Oblivion Sight again on his neck, but I'm going to take my dagger and try to stab him in the chest at the same time, if I can.
So you're using Oblivion Sight this time, did you say?
A touch of Oblivion, and try the same thing on the neck, but try to take him in the chest with my knife.
Ah, I see, yes.
In the other hand.
So you will need to make another rouse check.
Oh, Jesus.
A touch of Oblivion.
Success!
Hey! How are you getting the hang of this? Easy enough done. You launch towards him. He's going to make a defense as he sees you reach out, unsure of what you're doing. Well, that's not good. I rolled total failure, so not a bestial failure, just all failures. He sort of looks down at after licking the wound of his victim, looks up to you, you reach your hand forward, and he thinks you're going for a kindred love play almost, and he sort of grasps your hand, and then you catch him by surprise. You tell us what you do next.
I take Touch of Oblivion, and I grab him by the neck, the back of the neck, like I'm going to pull him into a kiss, but it's going to wither the bones in his neck, trying to snap it as I stab him in the back of the chest, like a hug. And I'm going to try to bite.
Okay, yeah, you bite in, and you can taste, and he's just fed as well, and he's got fresh, flowing human vitae running through him, as well as his own. You can taste everything he's done lately, everything he's fed on. He has been feeding a lot, maybe nightly, and a lot of these sort of park runners, any sort of exercises, anyone doing like gym work, you can taste there's like protein shakes and things in his blood.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and eat them. Basically,
You're
I'm
going
gonna
to try
try.
full diablerie. So
I'm
you're
gonna
going to have,
try.
you're going to have to make a check.
Oh no.
I'm going to come back to you soon.
Yep.
I'm going to go back to the guys at the Haven. Pip, as you try to follow Echo out of the Haven, she's jumped in her car and basically put her foot down and gone.
Where's she going? And he sort of stops for a bit and he tries to think of where she would go. And then he's going to activate Premonition.
Oh, he's going to try and activate Premonition himself. And so your focus is Echo?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a rouse check.
It is indeed.
Success.
Success on the rouse check. So, I need you to roll a resolve and an auspex for me.
That's 3 successes.
3 successes. You concentrate on Echo, and it takes a little bit. A few seconds pass, and you look at the little cockroach that's with you on your shoulder. Nothing happens. And then the vision grips you. You don't fall down this time. You're prepared for it. It doesn't make you off balance like it has done in the past. And you see not all of what I've described, not quite a high enough roll for that, but you see her get to a park. You see her vaguely drink from a human. Then you see her approach, and a kindred talks to her, and you can tell his kindred, his fangs are out and he's feeding. And then you see her begin to feed on him, and that is all you catch. Just the light addition.
Well, shit. And that's all he says.
And back inside with the rest of you, what's happening in there?
Did we hear Pip say, "Oh shit"?
He's out the door. If he left the door open, I'd say maybe, but other than that, probably not. Pip, did you close the door behind you?
No, Pip wouldn't have closed it all.
Okay, so yep, you guys probably heard him go, "Oh shit."
It's like, oh shit, what, Pip?
I think Miss Munro is doing something bad. Maybe bad, maybe not bad. Maybe it's okay.
What?
She's very hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that.
Looked pretty hungry.
She had a human and then she's having a vampire. It's like, main course dessert.
Wait, what?
What?
She drank a human and now she's drinking a vampire.
I mean, it's
Is
not
she-
unusual, but
Is she frenzied? Is the
I mean,
beast
she
taking
seemed
her?
she seemed. I think she seemed okay. She seemed okay.
Well, she's attacking other vampires. That's not like after you feed on a human. That's well, for you guys at least. But to go then jump to a vent, I think she may have actually gone to the beast. She's gone a bit nuts.
I mean, do we even know where she is?
Like a park?
Yeah, you
She's
could
gone
see
to
a
the
park.
park.
Yes.
How long has she been gone?
Give or take 7, 8 minutes, nearly 10.
Can't be far.
Well, I'd know the areas pretty well too, for all feeding areas too, wouldn't I?
Yes, you would all be aware of this. If you know this area, you would all be aware that feeding areas, especially because all of you being kindred and no other kindred for sure would have a clue that parks are pretty common for places where people want to take down someone in the dark quietness.
I'd bring up the map for the closest feeding areas.
I mean, she's only been gone, maybe 10 minutes. Can't be far. You guys want to go? Do we want to go check this out just in case? Because she's like, if she's frenzied, man. I mean, that could be. She could be in trouble.
I'm more worried about everyone else, not her.
Depends on who's there, dude. I mean,
Look, yeah, let's do you have anything that can trank us?
short of putting a stake in a chest, probably not.
Yeah, no, that sounds a bit extreme.
Yeah.
Hey, it'd work.
Speaking of
Good luck trying to stake a
chests,
frenzying fucking kindred.
And when Zane says, "Hey, it would work," I turn around and I shoot him with the pellet gun.
Ow! What was that for?
Oh, hold a second, Zane. I'll just get Aaron to make it. Aaron, I'll need you to make a dex and firearms again, thanks. Are you aiming for center mass, are you?
No, let's just aim. We'll aim for his face.
Okay, if you get 4 successes, you're going to hit him in the face.
I got 6. So
You hit him square between the eyes with the, it's a slug gun, right?
no, it's just a little
It's just a
BB
pellet
gun.
Yep,
Yeah,
like a
BB gun.
So you hit him right square between the eyes. Zane, it stings. Now, Zane, are you... Give me a wits awareness first, Zane.
Hang on.
Because you might be quick enough to avoid maybe the perfect hit.
Which is that. And awareness is, oh god. 2.
2. Now, not quite enough. You don't see it coming in time to do any reaction, and the little pellet just hits you right between the eyes, and it stings. It's not quite enough to draw blood, but it's very red and very sore.
Oh! What did I say now?
Be a good boy. Do
All
what
right,
I
it's time
asked
to
you
stop
do
fucking
before.
around. Let's go.
We're gonna go get.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm staying here.
Yeah, you work on getting that acid.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So we were speaking of staking people in the chest. Echo, back with you as the boys are all getting into a vehicle to come your way. You've crippled this kindred a little. He's not a human. He's not going to go down as easy as what you'd hoped, and he's trying to fight back with this knife in his, and you said in his back.
Yeah. So the back of the chest, yeah.
You know you're going to have to put it through his heart to try and paralyze him, to get him as close to torpor as you can. To do this, you will not be able to diablerize him proper. You know how it works. You need to get it through his heart. At this point in time, through his back, you're not quite there. You haven't got his heart. You can go through his back to get it. I will get you to make a strength brawl versus his strength brawl to try and get it there, because he's fighting back now. Don't forget your hunger dice.
Oh no. I have more hunger dice than I have strength brawl. Can I make a plea that it's melee if I'm using a dagger?
You may make a plea. I will allow, and I think I've said this before, I will allow any test that you guys want to change as long as you can give me a good reason, and that's fair.
Okay. 4.
4 successes? That's nice. That's better than my 2. So he sees you, he grabs your arm, but you're quick. You push him aside, bring your knife up, and you try to stab him through the chest, or you're still going through the back?
If he's struggling, I can take it out and try to stab in the chest. Whichever way is quicker if I'm holding him. Because I'm trying to hold him by the neck, too.
If you're holding him by the neck, too, I would say chest would be the easier point.
Yeah.
Unless, I think so. So we'll do the same roll again. It's going to be a 3 and out situation, so we don't want to be here at this fighting all night.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he gets 5 this time.
Oh.
He pushes you up and over. He grabs the hand with a knife. It's very, very close to his chest now, and he sees what you're doing. He goes, "Oh, I see. You want my power." And he's up on top of you. One more test.
4.
Drop my dice on the floor. Right. Oh, you got him. He's only got 1 this time. you use his own body weight against him. As he pushes you up and over, you roll through using his momentum, and you're able to push the knife down into the space of the heart. And he doesn't go totally limp. You can see his fingers clenched, and he's fighting that paralysis, and then eventually his arms sort of lay down, his eyes are wide open, just staring into yours, and you are able to start feeding.
All right. I'm going to try and drink as quickly as I can, knowing this is a park.
To commit diablerie, you must make a series of tests.
Oh,
you need to make a strength resolve test for me, and that is the first one of a few.
Okay. 3 on that one.
3, that's good. You start drinking his blood down. Like I said earlier, you can taste what he's been feeding on. It's definitely fresh. A lot of bodybuilder sweat. Another strength and resolve test.
God. 3 again?
3 again. You are completely devouring everything within this kindred. He is starting to, if he could, go more pale. He is losing his vitae, everything that is keeping him alive at this point in time in the undeath. One more roll, the same.
That one was 2.
As you feel like you drink the last drop, you drink everything you can out of him. This kindred is not going to wake up tomorrow night. Not only has he got a dagger in his heart, leaving him paralyzed, but you've taken him beyond the point of torpor into final death. Luckily for you, your last test was failed, and you do not commit full diablerie. Even if you were to eat the heart now, you don't have, at this current point in time, what it takes to absorb his soul, to absorb his essence, to absorb what he was. You don't gain a stain this time around because you weren't able to complete it properly. But he is dead. This kindred is no longer. As Jackson, Pip, and Aaron, your vehicle rolls up, you can't see anything at the moment. You're at the beginning of the park, but it doesn't take long to searching around. And I'm not going to make you all roll for it. There's 3 of you searching around quickly. You find the first person, the man. She's drained, just sort of laying by a tree, a set of bushes, hidden well, but he's unconscious, still alive. And then as you look further over, you can see Echo. She's at this point, Echo, when they see you, you just realize that nothing's happened. You've drained this kindred dry. He's dead, but that's it. You don't feel like you've gleaned any more from this.
Does he go to ashes?
As you finish, he will, but he hasn't quite gone there yet. The gentlemen behind you, Aaron, Pip, and Jackson, you can say what you have to say now as you come across them.
I would probably ignore the first dude. Let's carry on.
I would pick him up and drag him away. So, geez, mate, you shouldn't really drink so heavy, you know? It's like having a bender and falling over into the bushes.
Eco, you, from drinking from the first man, you only get the 1 hunger point back, but from drinking from the kindred, you gain 2 more, so you lose 3 of your hunger pool.
I'd like to activate Shadow Cloak and try and drag him into some shadows.
Okay.
Until he dissipates.
With the coterie around you seeing you, I'll get you to make a wits awareness to actually see if you see them with your concentration.
Jackson would speak. Walked up to her anyway. Just say
okay.
Basically, good?
I'm good. You good?
Hey, Miss Monroe.
Hey, Pip.
What you doing?
I'm helping this guy out.
It's nice.
Yeah.
And as you go to lift him, it's when he starts to crumble. His chest sinks in, his arms, and you guys all see this too. The face blackens, the skin blackens, the kindred turns to not ash like you'd think, but it's almost like it's decaying. The body's decaying quicker, as if it's going through that process in an instant, like on speed camera in front of your eyes. And he sort of decays away, turns to sort of goo in Echo's hands, and it's just then the bones are left, and as they break away to a white ash, grey ash.
Funny story. We can
Yeah.
talk about at the Haven.
I think we're okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I know what happened. We maybe feel Pip and... You good, Pip?
Yeah. You can't help everyone, can you?
No, exactly. Yeah, he was a little beyond help, I think, Pip.
Yeah. It's probably gone somewhere better now.
Yeah, exactly. Pip, you want to help Echo up and we'll head back?
Oh, okay. And Pip will help Echo up.
Alright.
Jackson
And with that-
Jackson just look at Echo, I mean, obviously knowing exactly what's going on, and just basically give that look like, just no need to say anything. Back.
And you all head back to the vehicle. No problem. So you guys get back in the vehicle, Echo being aided by Pip and Aaron and Jackson. Not that you need it now, you're feeling quite refreshed, much more in control than what you were moments ago. And you all get back to the Haven, where Zane is working away. Zane, is there anything you'd like to do in the 15 or so minutes they're gone?
No, just do the task I've been assigned to do as I'm told.
So you do find a shipment of this fluoro, and I haven't got the word in front of me. Fluoro antimonic acid, and it's easy enough for you to set up. You actually, how would I say it? You can see the timetable for the chemical trucks, where they deliver, when they deliver, and it's easy enough for you to rearrange it so the truck drops elsewhere.
Cool.
Where are you going to task the truck to? Are you going to get it to drop to this Haven or somewhere else?
Somewhere else. The previous Haven, if I remember correctly, we left it as a drop point.
Yes, Jackson's one that I believe you guys all sort of went, oh, now this one's been found out too. So that was in West Melbourne, wasn't it, Jackson? Yes,
Yep.
It was in the Footscray area. I do remember
Was
now.
indeed.
So that you've rerouted that truck to there. It will be delivering that shipment tomorrow morning at about 10 a.m. You can change the shipment times as well.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
Okay. You couldn't rearrange it for this night because it's too soon. The trucks can't be rearranged that quick. But you could arrange it for the Tuesday night to arrive whatever time you pleased.
I'm pretty sure Aaron would like to receive the delivery himself, so I'll do that.
Okay. What time do you choose?
Okay, so I send a text to Aaron saying, what time's a good time for you? No other context than that, just what's the time a good
And I send back to him a little bit more info would be appreciated.
Between daylight and daylight, what time?
For what?
Deliveries.
WTF, Zane?
It's back and forth of texts.
Yeah, these are all texts. WTF are you going on about?
Oh, that stuff you wanted. What time did you want it delivered to?
Tonight would be great.
No, I can't do that.
Well, an hour after sunrise tomorrow night.
Okay, done.
Well, moonrise.
Oh, make up your mind, will you?
Yeah, hour after moonrise.
I imagine he's typing it out and goes, oh, hang on, delete. That's what I do all the time. Message sent, Zane. So you arrange it for about the 6 p.m. mark. 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m.
And then I sent to him, by the way, Where?
I'll tell you when you get here.
Right. See you soon.
And with that, 15 or so minutes passes, and you all arrive back at the Haven. I won't take up any more of your time. Carry on.
So
Now-
that stuff you want is going to the drop point that we discussed last night. That it was going to be the drop point, so it's going to be there.
Which is the previous Haven?
Yes,
Which is
that
the
one's-
house?
Yes,
You
No,
don't think that a
no.
delivery...
No, it's the underground one.
the underground one.
But there's a warehouse above.
Okay.
Deliveries will go to the warehouse.
And are you okay, Echo? You look a little
He's good.
brighter. Why? What happened? Anything happened?
No, nothing happened.
I'm
She
all
was
good.
really hungry.
I feel like I've been working out. It's great.
That you do. Your muscles feel pumped, even though it's impossible to get any larger. But you just feel like you've been working out all day.
Her voice has gone down 3 octaves.
Looking a little
I feel
swole
like I've been working
there.
out.
But her testicles got smaller.
So I guess now is what do we do tonight? I wanna go after Gerald Stone, personally.
Where's his house from here?
Where did I have that? I know I got it somewhere. Where did I have it somewhere?
Bring it up on Google Maps so we can actually see it. You got this big screen here.
Yeah.
Come on, do it.
Yeah, do that.
Ah, yes. Gerald Stone's second listed house on the internet. You find it easy enough. Probably easier than me because I didn't write it into this section. Just have to go back an episode or two. But it's easy enough to be found. Then you guys can make a quick map of how to get there and head that way if that's what you're after.
Also looking at the area to see if this one could also be a trap.
So this one is a
Yeah.
Parkville address. The first one was in North Melbourne. See, I'm quick on the So what are you specifically looking for, like on the internet itself?
Similarities to the
Yeah, to the
location.
previous one. Yeah.
Similarity in type of house. Maybe Google Maps would give us that information with Street View.
So this is like I say, the other house was North Melbourne. This is north of that again in Parkville, to the very top of Melbourne, pretty much just about on the Melbourne border. The Google Maps view, you can see the shape of the house. It doesn't look anything similar to the other house at all. The other house was a single story, couple of bedrooms, sort of nice first home for a small family. This one looks a lot larger, looks multi-story, so 2-story. No white picket fence. It's got a nice surrounding of trees and shrubs. It's not packed houses all around like the previous one was in the middle of a town. This one's got like a little farmlet next to it, and then the neighbour, and then the same on the opposite side. Across the road is a couple of houses that is more of a block, whereas a block of living, but his side of the street, a little less going on.
So this time, we'd be a little more cautious before entering. Maybe watch it for an hour, see if there's any movement.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So I'm taking it, it's a street, and then it's like the driveway. Is it
Correct. Yeah.
a long driveway or a short driveway?
When it comes to driveways, yes, it's long. It's not like a usual, just pull it in your car sits in the driveway. Because it's like a farmlet type space, the driveway's like the length of a paddock. So about 150 meters driveway before you hit the actual house itself.
All right, cool. So we would probably see the power cables before it, type deal?
On Google Maps, you can see there's a power pole on the street, and it has a transformer right there.
All right, cool. So I'm thinking we wire up something that we can cut the power quickly.
I
Just
can
in
organise a
case.
small charge to do that. Remote
Yeah,
charge.
just knock. Yeah, actually,
Time
that's a good idea.
charge?
Take. No, well, I'd say. Oh well, yeah, it would have.
Depends on whether we're going to run the same. We're going to run
I'm
the
thinking-
jammer, then. But I've got a better idea for that. Fuck the jammer. I got masks. I got ballistics masks. No one's going to see our faces. We can get in and get out without being seen.
No, the jam is more for him not being able to call for help.
We can cut phone lines. Might do cell phones.
Yeah, cell phone.
Hey,
That's what
Zane, are you able to just can we get power cut to the cell tower, the closest cell tower to them,
Possibly.
or even disrupt the just disrupt the cell signal?
It's,
Give me a sec.
if
No,
he's on if he's on Telstra, he wouldn't really even notice it. So
I'll look for the nearest cell tower.
Even if
Or
we just
the-
block cell signal to that area for maybe an hour, a couple of hours.
yeah, no, you just send. We'll if you could send out a services being done in your area. There may be reception issues, and then just kill
Yeah.
the tower afterwards.
Yeah,
That way,
that works.
yeah, at least then everyone in that area isn't going to sit there and pick up their landline and start going, "Where's my bloody phone here?" And then
where is the closest
What do
tower?
they do again?
shut up, Echo.
That was a little rude, Aaron. Just a little,
Sorry.
just a touch.
Yeah. Someone's any hungrier lately? Although I noticed your frenzy isn't as bad as mine, so that's okay.
But we're comparing
Frenzy?
we're comparing
What
dick
frenzy?
sizes
What?
now, or what?
Someone got a little bit excited. Okay, come on.
Who got
Work it out.
excited? What?
Focus,
Zane,
Zane.
focus.
Pip,
Tower.
come with me a minute, Pip. I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to know where the closest phone tower is, or the majority of them.
You're talking like landline tower or cell phone tower?
Both.
Both.
Most times, around here, you got the landline and cell tower.
Together, yeah.
Yeah.
So the nearest one to that area, north of Parkville, is about 2 kilometres from the house in question. You can find it easy enough on Google Maps. It's pretty much exactly what you'd want to do. It's the dual system combined, cell and normal phone tower, signal tower. And you want to cut it. You want to send messages first, right?
Yeah, it's just send out a broadcast. It's just a standardized message that says, there's service being done in your area. You may experience temporary blackout, blah, 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 blah.
And then you're going to cut the power after you send that message. Cut the cell towers.
Yeah,
So,
kill the tower.
Zane, you're doing this with your magic one-handed fingers.
Yep, absolutely.
Your other hand's looking good. You've got that first knuckle finished, and it's working its way up to the second knuckle now.
Awesome.
You haven't got too far to go. Probably by Wednesday you'll have a hand back.
Awesome.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Unless he loses it again.
Yeah, unless someone cuts it off again.
He's not planning to do that again.
I'm going to get you to roll a wits technology for me, Zane, just to see how well you go with this phone towers business.
Go away.
Don't forget those hunger dice.
Yeah, I know. I got them in there. 3 success, 1 fail.
3 success. That's okay. It's a success anyway. Was the fail on the blood dice?
Yes.
It's still okay because it's a success. It's only if you fail, it's a problem. So, with that, you send the message through. You do an automated message to everything you think it will affect in the area, and then you basically sort of hack the system, get ready to go. You've pretty much just got to hit the enter button to cut the cell signal and the phone tower signal.
You probably do that when we're there. Be easier.
Echo. Sorry, wrong ones. Jax, your phone goes.
Phone call or text?
It is the phone call.
Excuse me for a second, Pip. And I'd answer it.
It's one of your guards, Parker. he and a few of the others had been instructed to keep an eye on the site that you burned.
Yep.
He says, Mr. Jackson, sir, Parker here. The local Thin-Bloods are poking around this area the last 2 nights, trying to look through some of your burnt property. Instructions?
Keep an eye on them and just let me know. What shouldn't be anything there that would interest them too much, but I'm assuming my instructions were followed, that all remains were removed.
Yes, everything was removed. We're not sure what they're poking around at. We don't even know if it's your specific place they want, or maybe they're looking for somewhere to hide underground, but I can...
keep an eye on them. Let me know.
You want me to chase them off?
See what see if it happens again. If it happens again tomorrow night or even tonight, make note of how many, what sort of time frame. Anything other than that that's unusual, let me know.
Will do. Just from us scoping the area like you asked, there are some of the underground tunnels that are still intact, but all the equipment and everything to point to us is gone.
So all of the anti-personnel devices have been removed from those tunnels?
That is affirmative, sir.
For that? Keep me informed.
Will do. And he hangs up.
Sorry, Pip. Bit of a phone call there. Now, I promised I was going to show you something at our first safe house. Here. And Jackson will, out of the waistband at the back of his jeans, will hand Pip a small pistol equipped with a suppressor and a couple of extra magazines. It's just a small 9mm, nothing fancy, nothing that's going to give too much of a kick. And you say, now I know you haven't used one of these before. I can show you how. It's really easy. So first, I show him how to hold it without his finger on the trigger initially. Just holster the safety's on. You can't hurt anybody with it with the safety on, but hold it like this initially. And just, we're in a warehouse, yeah? Just space.
Yeah, it's open. A lot of open space. There's office spaces as well.
Right.
But it's
any old paint tins or anything like that, just sort of lying around within sort of say 20 yards, 20, 30 yards?
No tins, but there are a couple of glass bottles, like bigger glass
anything
bottles.
like that. Just anything that would be a suitable target.
There's a couple of loose bricks and stuff, the older cinder block type bricks you can stand up as well,
The Jackson will sort of move down and stand up a couple of cinder blocks and maybe chuck a bottle or two on top of the cinder block as well. And come back to Pip. Now, this is how you aim with this Pip. You hold out 2 hands, one hand on the bottom, the other gripping the grip, your finger off the trigger, not directly on the trigger. You look down this little U post at the back of it and you see the little wee pin on the front. Line those two up on what you want to hit. You flip this little switch here, which is your safety. Slowly squeeze the trigger. Give it a go.
You fire an example?
I sort of show him how to do it and get him to sort of practice squeezing the trigger with the safety on, so he gets the feel for it. And then I do indeed pull out my own weapon, which is the larger caliber, one of the larger caliber pistols that I carry, and fire off just a single round, destroying the first bottle.
Give me just for accuracy's sake, dexterity firearms, Jackson, as you showed.
Not a problem.
Pip, I'll get you to roll an intelligence science for me. It's a bit of a weird one. This is how you're learning. You're learning the science of this gun, how angles are going to work, what Jackson's showing you.
5 successes.
5 is good. Yeah, you did send to the bottle, it shatters. And the retort of the weapon just rings
It's suppressed.
in the building.
But
It
it'd
is
still be
suppressed,
loud.
but it's a
But
big building. So
yeah, it'd still be
the echoes will
loudish. Don't need hearing protection, but it's not as loud as it could be.
Sorry, I shouldn't say echo. There's a character. It reverberates. Pip, do you make a shot?
Yeah, so I got 3 successes.
3 successes. So yeah, what he's shown you sinking in, and you can see holding this, aiming it. It makes sense. It's just an extension of your hand, nonetheless. If you can point a finger at something, surely you can point a weapon and shoot. Do you want to give it a go?
Yeah.
Give it a shot. Just flip that little switch there first, and then just slowly pull the trigger.
Dexterity firearms. Don't forget those hunger dice.
Yep. 1 success.
Yeah. I mean, you fire the gun
Expected.
exactly as Jack's told you. What were you aiming at? A glass bottle or a cinder block?
Cinder block.
So you aim at the cinder block, but you just haven't quite got those sights right, or you think it's like playing pool. You think you've got the angle, but boom, straight between the cinder block, into the wall at the other end, through the wall at the other end.
Not bad. Don't panic. It's not bad. It's the first time you fired one. It's not bad. Takes a little getting used to, but this is more for your protection than anything else. It's not about hurting somebody. Just so we're clear, I don't want you to hurt anyone. But if someone's trying to hurt you, then
Isn't that what a gun's for?
yes and no. It's for your protection. Stop someone from hurting you. It's either them or you.
Okay, Aaron,
understand?
Zane, you hear all this going on? They're shooting. You can hear Jackson's shot off, then Pip's shot, and then they have a bit of a chat about the gun, what's it for. You guys can come on it at any time there.
Yeah, we're not too far away, so I'm not trying to hide it or anything. Jackson will line up another shot. This time at the cinder block below the bottle, he just hit as well, and probably fired a double shot in quick succession.
And no problem, you send 2 rounds into the cinder block. Poof, poof, dust flies off. It breaks.
Just for flavour and for context, they're all incendiary rounds too, so they would.
Oh, so there's a bit of fire as well. Yeah, so there's a bit of flash of fire and some black smoke as each one goes off, and the fire sort of stains the block and continues. Fire and kindred don't go hand in hand, and a lot of you don't love it. It's at a distance, so you're safe enough to not have to make a roll.
It's about 30 feet away. I mean, it's. I would assume that Pip would probably flinch at the sight at it, and Jackson just put a hand on his shoulder and say, "Look, yes, it's fire, which I don't like either, but nor does anyone else trying to kill you."
Make things dead with this.
Can. It keeps you alive.
Yeah, alive.
And we need you. You're important.
Yeah.
I think you're more important than I realise at this.
Thank you, Mr. Spencer.
Keep practicing. If you need more rounds, let me know. My bag has some more in there. Just remember, when you're not practicing at the blocks and the bottles, safety goes on, and you put it in your jacket pocket or your belt, but never point it at any one of us, unless you mean to kill us.
The door pops open, and Joe and one of the other guys, Eric, out the front, pop in with their guns raised. They're like, "Is everything good?"
Yeah, we're good, Joe. Sorry, I should have warned you. Just helping Pip out, mate. It's all good.
They sort of look over at Echo after she's stormed out the first time, and they look to Zane, Aaron, Pip. Okay, all right, we're out. And they put their guns back away and back out the door. Aaron, what are you doing at this time?
I was just sitting back talking to Zane about the different things that we need to have in place before we go to this, because I really don't want to have to go through that whole nightmare again.
And what are these things that we can make a list of them?
Well, yeah, taking out the
Transformer.
the having something to take out the power to the house directly. Having something set up to take out the communication capability.
That's
And
all
I'm
been set up.
still thinking that it's probably a good idea if we have the jammer. Don't have to have it turned on, but still have it there.
I have an idea.
Oh shit, this ought to be good. What's your idea, Zane?
A drone.
A drone for what?
Looking around at stuff. Like,
Actually,
definitely can't go inside.
that's
but-
actually not as dumb as it sounds.
Can we get a drone for Sophie Hall's place as well?
I like that idea.
Yeah. You got a drone that's got night vision on it?
I can order one.
We kind of need it right now, Zane. Do you have a
Aaron.
drone?
Check my bag.
Which one?
The big one.
The big
Over
one.
by the wall.
I'll go check the bag.
There's no drone in there. I'm not that well equipped. But in the bag is a set of explosive charges.
Ooh. Hey, we could put this on the drone too, and just run that straight into his house if we need to. Nah, just kidding. Do you have a drone?
Drone. I can get one. We use them for scouting potential security risks on high rises.
Because you don't really need night vision because of the vision I have. I could probably still fly the thing even with a normal cam.
Most of the drones are equipped with IR and infrared, so should be good either way.
Yeah. That'd work. Zane actually came up with a pretty cool idea. Scout the place with a drone.
Yeah.
The only issue is noise. Have you heard those monsters?
I've seen some of them. They're pretty quiet.
If they're high enough, it doesn't matter.
We're in
Yeah.
Melbourne. Like, there's traffic and everything. I don't think
Yeah,
a
that's out
drone's gonna.
docks though.
Yeah. I mean, the cameras on my drones are pretty good. I mean, we can get fair height and still zoom in.
Alright then.
And we're using FLIR and IR, we should be good. What exactly are you wanting to look for, Bang? I mean, apart from the obvious movement, people, but...
Well, I think the IR would pick up other little hidden treasures around the house, wouldn't it?
Entrances, exits, cameras.
Yeah. Could do.
I'd say FLIR, but you can't get FLIR to work on the inside of houses, unfortunately.
Oh. I mean, we've got options. We got the drone. I've got IR binoculars and all that sort of stuff available for us to use. Think of it as your military one-stop shop. Most things I have, within reason. Or can get. Not that FLIR, Baz.
Fill me in.
FLIR.
Right.
It's basically a heat camera.
Right.
Picks up heat signatures.
I'm thinking, shit, I've never heard of this before. I'm going to have to wing this.
Sorry, bud. Sorry.
All good, all good.
Yeah, so infrared, and which is night vision, and heat signature.
Right, you guys would all be aware too that there are certain conditions when it comes to flying drones in cities and things like that. So you would have to make sure you abide by those rules. And there are
Okay.
Rules?
Do we really
Well-
care?
Rules?
Rules?
You would know that you'd have to get around them. That's what I'm saying. You know.
Yes, I know all the rules, and no, I'm not going to abide by them. I mean, drones have a tendency of being shot out of the sky for no reason as well.
This is true.
Sitting here
Anyway.
with the state rules open, and I'm just writing notes. Just so you know, just so you guys know. Hopefully, you're doing your homework.
So, is there anything else that anyone can think of that we may need, or heading out to scout this place? Any other suggestions that may be better than what we're about to do?
You got full body armor for everyone?
Duh.
Okay.
If we're firing incendiary rounds, I'm quite sure if SI's out there, they're using either those fucking acid rounds that you found or something similar.
Yeah, so
You can bet your bottom dollar that I'm running Kevlar
we
at the
want
very least.
yeah, we want full body armor. Probably some form of night vision for everyone. I don't need it.
I don't need it.
That
But Troy
drone,
doesn't need it.
the drone. We could send your boys to take out the tower,
Yeah.
which means we don't have to split us.
No need.
Just-
Now the tower, I think Zane's got the tower covered. As far as the power to the
I'm
house, I can get my guys to sit on that.
Yeah, well, they can sit on that too. But I'm liking the idea of that tower being shut down physically, not just remotely turned off. Because all it takes is someone to go, oh, that shouldn't be off, and turn it back on.
We'll go one step further. We'll let Zane do his thing. That way it keeps him happy. I'll put 2 of my guys on it. If it comes back online, they'll shut it down with a slightly more physical.
Look, they all got a box that controls the power. That's all that needs to be turned off.
They got
It doesn't.
They got backup generators too. So got to be aware of that stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be gone. It just needs to be off.
Yeah, I'm not saying blow the whole damn thing up, although that would be fun. I can get rid of it for probably a couple of days if necessary. That's how long it'll take them to repair the damage that's done.
Yeah, well,
But don't take away Zane's fun.
Oh, no. Let Zane do his thing. He's already started doing some of it. But I just feel that a physical interaction is probably more
We can do both.
needed for that.
We can do
because
both.
God knows what backups they got going.
Exactly.
Well,
It's true, Mania. They do talk a lot, but we're about the big business now. Blam, blam.
You good, Pip?
Yeah,
who the hell's Mania?
this...
Friend.
Well,
He's got a new friend. Didn't you see it?
What? Hey?
Are we gonna do a thing, or are we gonna...
We got a plan first, Pip. We got to do the talking first, and then we do the doing.
All right. I'll be here.
Do you got any ideas? You seem, you're a pretty intelligent dude. I mean, you've done a lot of reading. Maybe you got some ideas on how we should look at this.
I mean, I feel like it's probably just another trap.
That's why we're talking. We make sure that we're safe or safer this time. We're not
That's
going
good.
inside. Not straight away. We're gonna have a good look this time.
Yeah, sometimes Zane knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Sometimes. What about you,
As you
Echo?
were, soldier.
What's your Captain? Echo, any more input?
have we had any activity? Have we watched this house at all since we broke into the drop house? So we don't know if this
We have
moved
no
to
idea.
another house.
That's why we're going to have a look.
So is Zane staying here and managing from here? And the
No,
rest
he's
of us are
coming
going?
with us.
I don't know. I think I honestly would feel more comfortable if Zane stayed here. That way, if
Yeah.
anything did go wrong, have eyes and ears outside.
Echo, your phone goes off, ringing, if it's loud. Otherwise, it's vibrating in your pocket, one or the other.
I pick it up. Hello?
Well, hello, Miss Munro. It's Nathan here.
Hi, Nathan.
I'm just calling to thank you for your lovely gift. It is elegant, and Ted Baker is a very talented designer of suits.
I thought so too.
How did you know the dark wine red? It matches my taste perfectly.
It's a Toreador Rose thing, I think. You know?
Yes, you even got my size right. I'm impressed. Unfortunately, I hate to, but I must mention business. I'm passing forward this message from His Highness the Prince. After you sent me this lovely gift and I passed your message to him, you would like to contact him. He wishes to meet with you. How does later tonight sound? Say 2 a.m.
All right.
Where would you prefer? He would like Elysium, but he said you've asked, so it's your choice.
If you'd like Elysium, it's fine.
Elysium it is. Very well. I look forward to seeing you there, Miss Munro. It's not often we get many roses among these dreadful cacti. Well, of course, every rose has its thorn, does it not?
Catchy.
Yeah. So, 2 a.m. I'll tell the prince to expect you.
All right, thank you.
And he hangs up.
I get to see the prince at 2 a.m.
Interesting.
You want me to pass on as a question?
What's it on now?
It's about 9:30, 10-ish.
So are we just going to go set all this up and kind of
I just want to sit. I just want
for
to
a
sit on
night?
it. I want to sit on it for a few hours and just see what happens. I want to see if this guy's even, or we make any moves.
Do
Do
we
a
want to
stakeout.
sit on it for a little bit longer?
Yeah.
Than just a night? Because like we could just set up remote surveillance and just see what happens.
Yeah. Well, maybe we do that. Watch it for a few hours tonight, and I can get a few of my guys during the day. Some of the ghouls and that I have working for me during the day. Maybe posing as workmen, setting up a few surveillance cameras in the area.
I bring up realestate.com.au.
Zane, how many towers are close to that house?
One that I can work out.
Just the one?
I believe so.
You're gonna have some fun. Anything that goes through that tower, we need to know about it.
Okay. Yeah, realestate.com.au. Any places for sale or to rent or anything close?
Close to that house?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of places nearby. Not in direct vicinity, but a block away.
That's good enough.
You get a few hits, just small places, nothing big, but the area's what it is. It's a nice space. The houses are expensive for what they are.
Yeah.
Sweet, yeah. Are you going to purchase a house?
Looks like it.
Why are you buying it? Just lease it. Dude, you don't
Dude.
need it full time.
But do you need a new house?
Where do you guys get all this money?
I'm just trying to figure out how the hell Zane's got all this money. I mean, I got a fair amount of money, but it's not bottomless.
I work really hard. I don't have half as much money as you guys.
I mean,
live in a-
I
He's
invested.
not using his money.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
I'm pretty sure he's siphoning money off other people. Because
Also,
I know he's been tinkering with my bank accounts, and we're going to talk about that later. But
I did no such thing. You can't prove a thing.
Also, can we do the exact same thing to Sophie Halls, because that's going to be Wednesday, and we really need to surveillance her to get in.
Definitely.
For you guys.
What
to get in.
information did Van Diemen give you, Zane? I know you got it. Does that have the information we need to get in that place?
Yes.
Do we completely trust it?
What is it?
What is the information?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'll find it again.
If you
I think
like,
he actually told us, didn't he?
Okay, so it was the encoded USB, yeah?
correct, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Sophie Hall, Venshu, Anarch. She despises Nosferatu, Malkavian, Kadif, is it? And
Active,
Thin
yeah.
Bloods. She is outright rude to them. So that excuses me from going there. Awesome. She's the leader of the Anarch Baron. Screw this.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in information about her. I want information about the building and how to get in it. Security, staff.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I mean, we can talk about her later. I mean, that's probably more for the party stuff.
Okay. So Vando says the swords at the museum, at her personal office on the top floor. The museum closes at 10 p.m. She resides there most nights. It has 5 floors.
What floor is it on?
Top floor. Her personal offices.
There are 6 armed guards at night. All of them ghoul, no kindred. They carry, all that.
So it has the list of weaponry, yes? What you're saying.
So because he's reading it out, I've just put it into the chat for you guys.
Okay, cool.
Text me the information. Oh, well, you can't. Someone take a picture and show me the information. I'll lean over and look at this information.
You lean over towards Zane's computer.
Oh no.
And the computer starts to go fuzzy around the edges.
Echo, back away.
What?
Back away. Go
I
back.
am
I
not
think-
responsible for your incompetency with your PC. Okay?
I think his laptop's having PTSD from when you hit it.
What's
Sorry.
the
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Your desktop.
Either that or Zane, have you got a RF scanner on you by any chance?
What?
An RF scanner. If you're, can you move closer to that? Can you move closer again? Just, I want to see something.
Why?
Just move closer to the thing again.
Why?
I think you might be bugged.
I might be bugged.
Possibly.
Move
RF
closer.
scanner.
It's just an excuse to get my clothes off. And then
Well,
move
yeah,
forward.
but beside that, you might be
Do you
bugged.
move towards the computer, Eco?
Yes.
You do. As she moves towards the computer, yes, the screen starts to go fuzzy. The words start to
Back away.
jumble.
Back away.
Calm down, Zane. Have you got an RF scanner?
How?
Or at least, if you haven't got one, can you make one? With all that crap you've got in your van.
Yeah. I think I have one. Hang on, let me open
With all the
the-
crap he's got in his van, he's probably got 3 or 4 of them just sitting there.
He definitely does. The amount of things he's listed previously, he definitely
He
has.
might have a drone.
He might.
He's got-
I got to talk to the
if
DM.
anyone's got him, Zane, it's your work.
Okay, so yeah, I'll pull out the RF scanner.
All right. What is the intention with this, Jackson? You're scanning her
just
for
to scan
electronics.
Echo for electronic devices.
Okay,
It's
with
one
an
of
R.
those airport things.
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just to be safe.
Are you checking to see if she's got any overdue library books?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, you know how bad it is, people stealing library books.
If I do, don't shoot me, please.
You would.
So you
No,
activate
I
the
would.
scanner, clicking it on, and you wave it sort of just generally in the area away from her. And it's
Across, yeah. I run it across back of her shoulders, down her arms, usual airport stuff.
As you move it around, it makes that sort of noise, woo, woo, and you get it over here, and it just goes. You get like static from it.
Wow.
Location.
Zane, another of your grand equipment pieces
So
that
I'll
you
move.
put
I'll
together.
step away from her.
And it comes back to normal. Even the lighting, the lights on it, they're like a digital sort of display readout.
Yeah.
And the lights sort of dim off and then come back as you step away.
So, what was it? Any particular region on her body that it cut out?
You can try again, see for sure.
I'll start head height and just slowly
And
move down.
Instantly, it's static.
Wow. Either you're full of static electricity or there's something really fishy going on here.
Hey, we don't need Gemma. We got her.
I was just, wow.
Yeah, nah.
So I'll move my cell phone close to her.
As you move your cell phone close to her, it's like you've just waved a magnet in front of the cell phone. The screen goes all sort of weird on the sides, pixelates.
Okay, that's not normal.
I've heard of this. There's some of us that technology doesn't work around.
Zane,
Wow.
this rings true. You know that.
Certain technologies, like
Who
that
did
actually
you
ex-
who did you
that
eat? Right.
No, that explains her using that stupid old flip phone.
No, it doesn't. I happen to like my flip phone, okay?
She's the lady of mystery.
This could come in handy. Just saying.
So
I mean,
I rummage through my bag of many wonders and pull out a compass.
interesting.
Does it happen to be mounted in a skull?
It's an artifact we found many years ago.
Come on, Scully.
I moved the compass towards Echo.
The compass works as normal.
So it's not magnetic, so it's definitely just electronic. You might come in handy getting into the museum. We may need you, but you kind of need to be there. Yeah, never mind. Anyway,
Well, actually, that just
Noted.
means we need to move it forward to
Monday.
Okay.
Tuesday,
night,
possibly.
tomorrow night.
Monday or Tuesday?
But
Right,
I could.
It's
I'm
tonight,
not doing.
Monday.
The ball's perfect, but
Yeah, no, the ball is
I
a
could
better
come in handy
opportunity.
with Gerald Stone if you want.
Yeah, well, yeah, possibly. Just quickly looking through this, Zane. Guess what? I mean, you read what I read, yeah? My company installed that fucking security system at the museum.
Give me access.
I can give you more than access. I can shut it down.
No, we don't want to shut it down. We
No,
just
no,
want access.
I can shut down sections that won't be noticed easily enough. It's done in sections. But I can shut off the security to the entire top floor without anyone knowing. Sure of it.
So it looks like you, Zane, and Pip are perfect for going in there then.
Yeah.
I don't want to go in there.
The only thing is, I don't know if she's made any alterations to her own personal vault and her personal offices.
I'd
Which
go with
is
the
possible.
idea that she has.
She carries these remotes, supposedly, on her person, which I would say have something to do with it. The guards, we can deal with. They're running 22 pistols. Body armor will get past that. They're not kindred. They're only ghouls. We can deal with them.
Can you
Can I-
copy remotes? Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
Can you copy remotes if you see them? Because if
You
she's
can clone
going
them. Sure.
Tuesday and Pip and Aaron are there, maybe they could get a copy or get a picture or something.
We'd need to get... Zane, you'd be able to clone a remote. Just off its signal, maybe?
Remember, this might actually come to an advantage of ours. The prince has a real hatred for all technology inside.
I'd hold it at the door.
And if
It
you're
would
on
be held
security,
at the door.
if we can get you on, I can guarantee we can get you on head of security. At the very least, some of my guys will be there. So those remotes will not be on her person inside of at least.
Yeah, so Zane.
Okay, we got a
tomorrow
two-pronged
night,
attack here,
you're-
guys.
Zane, tomorrow night you need to be at the Elysium to copy these
Yay!
remotes.
I get to go. Hang on, no, I don't get to go. What?
Could pop
No,
in
what?
at the front, get the clones, make
We
a
can,
clone,
yeah, we can get you
set 'em
there.
back.
We can
and
get
go.
you to the where you need to be. Pip and Aaron are going to be there as added security, which is what the prince wants. So, Zane, you and I will do what we need to do as far as the cloning's concerned.
And then by Wednesday.
Then Wednesday it gives us till Wednesday night to set up and do what we need to do to get that sword. Everyone agree?
Yep. I think this is becoming a lot more doable than originally thought.
Now, Pip.
Yeah.
You have any input in this? Is there anything that you can think of that maybe we have missed in our discussions? Do you know much about the museum? Being a librarian, I mean, I'm assuming you may have spent some time at the museum as well. Maybe there's anything that you may know or feel about what's happening?
Not that I can think of right now.
Think on it. Maybe concentrate on it a little bit. Not right now. I mean, I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe a little later.
I'm gonna go back to my haven.
What now?
I've got to make something.
What?
A sword.
What? What?
Why you gonna make a replica of the sword, are you?
Yep.
Don't bother. Rob the bitch. It's mine. Take it all.
Actually,
Hates your kind, remember?
yeah. He doesn't really like you.
And with that, team, we're about to call it a night as you are nearly partway through Monday night, making a plan that seems to be coming together well. Last thing of the night, Echo, you need to make an what's awareness roll, please.
Three.
Zane, you were running facial recognition on the elder gentleman at the rest home, Anna House nursing home in Kensington. You came up with the bits and pieces about the FBI, American. Echo, hearing that, you've been in the back of your mind, it's been sitting there. You suddenly remember who this man is. He's no David Jones. He's a man called Harold Coombs. He used to be FBI. You remember him from America. And with that, we'll call it the end of this game. Carry on with the next Sunday night with the rest of the Monday evening. As confusing as that
Awesome,
is.
guys.
Jet.
Well done.
So, good game, everyone. Play well. Now,
Jeez.
you guys have got a great plan going on there. I'm really, really enjoying that plan. It's perfect. It's almost like it's meant to be.
I like that.
I just read something else we
Almost.
need to add to that plan, but yeah, no, that's good.
Make yourself some notes of your plan, and we can brush over it again next game.
100%.
So, loving it. It's around the table. Man, I try to remember who I started with every different time. We'll start with Aaron this time.
I really enjoyed when Echo had the Diablo experience.
Diablo.
Especially since I got to actually see her shit rolls in person and live. Yeah, I don't think today
Echo's
was a
camera
very
is
good-
crapped out again. That's so weird.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. But at the same yeah, it's been an interesting night.
The look you have on your face on camera, priceless.
Agreed. Yeah, the Diablerie. I was out of camera. You couldn't see. I had the vampire book open. I was scrolling pages. I was switching back and forth between you guys so I could read how I had to do everything. So I loved it. Pip.
Shown how to use a gun by Jackson was interesting. Like that. I don't know that Pip's ever going to be very good with a gun, but and I mean I always love when Nathan is there or on the phone, so that's always good.
He is one of my favourites now too. You never plan that; it just happens. Echo.
I also like Nathan, and I liked when Pip's learning the gun, and then I got a little worried when he's like, "You wouldn't check out a book and not return it, would you?" I was like, "Oh shit!" And Zane, like, actually doing some good stuff there. It's pretty cool.
It was good.
When don't I do good stuff? Come on.
Yeah, again, the whole Echo and the possible frenzy hunger thing was just cool and very well done, both from the storyteller and from Yanti's position. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, just Pip again as usual. Just the little one-liners, just the little things he does and says. So this sits in the background, but is in the forefront on almost everything. Just what he does. It's absolutely amazing. I love Pip's character.
Yeah, good call. Zane.
So to start off, Echo's diablerizing gone wrong. And I like the companion that Pip has.
Yeah, his little.
The cockroach.
The only person who really cares about having a cockroach around. So I enjoyed the Diablerie as well. It was not planned at all, but when shit goes down, frantic reading happens and it all worked out magically. For me, there's a few tonight, just little things. Van Diemen's call. I wasn't too sure what to expect there, and it was nice, sharp, and to the point. So, thank you, Cam. He's got a lot of prep work going, but he'll be ready for his meeting. and also Mina, once again, another small call, but it was enough to get the clinches going. So
yeah, very cryptic. That was like, okay, cool.
So we will be seeing in the next episode. In the next episode, we'll be seeing the next part of the night. But in the future episodes, we'll be catching up with Mina and Roast and Chicken as their characters. Also, the Zane's texting to Aaron, what time's good for you? No context. The back and forth there was quite good. And Echo's sort of, hey, where do you guys get all this money? This bottomless pit of money you seem to have. Was good. Which of course eventually sooner or later the funds will run dry. I try to keep a tabs, and everyone's you're all got jobs or things you do for money and income and that. So we're playing it as realistically as we can sort of feel. And lastly but not leastly, does the compass come in a skull, Aaron?
Yes.
Get all the points for that. That's 1,000 points to Aaron because it's the best. It stroked me right in the heart.
Any hit moment is a good moment.
Well done, team. Well done. Another great show from everyone. Before we do finish up, however, I'm going to roll for the players for the one shot. Well, it'll be a multi-shot because it's definitely going to go run more than one session. So I had 7 people interested, and we have 5 places to fill. So I've set up a random table on my Foundry. I'm just going to roll it here now, and I'll say the names as they come up, and then I'll DM everyone that is chosen, so you can start creating. I'll DM you that you've made it, and obviously a link to the campaign on D&D Beyond, so you can create your characters with some base information, all that sort of stuff. So check your DMs if you hear your name in the coming days, because that information will be given, and we'll go from there. So first roll. There you go, JJ. You stuck around for the right reasons, dude. You're the first. Mr. JJ Beats. You are number 1.
I think you may have just fainted.
Drax, if he's still here. I think he's still here somewhere. Drax, you are second player. So JJ and Drax so far. And I know Demortem's not here, but Demortem had put his name in. So we've got JJ, Drax, and Demortem so far. Fourth player, Baz. We got fourth player Baz, and the final player is Grim. So there are our 5 players for the mini adventure: Demortem, Grim, JJ, Baz, and Drax. Again, guys, I will DM that information over the next couple of days. For any reason, if you are not available, or for whatever reason something comes up, you can't make it, let me know, so then I can let one of the other guys know that expressed an interest. Roasting chicken and magic. I'm going to roll one more roll. This is not for a player part. This is for an NPC part. There is an NPC that I think would benefit from a little bit of personality, possibly. I'll roll again to see who gets that part, and I'll let you know in the DMs as well. There is a captain of the guard, Captain Moore, who needs a personality. So I'm going to roll that out of what's left. And Mr. Roasting Chicken, if he's around. I don't know if he's here tonight, but I'll let everyone know. If Chicken can't make it, Magic, I will hit you up and I'll get you to do it instead. But yeah, guys, so Baz, JJ, oh, there you are. So yeah, so Chicken. Captain Moore, I'll give you more information on that closer to the time. It'll be a small part, nothing too major, but I'll let you know. So Baz, JJ, Demortem, Grim, and Drax are the 5 players for the mini adventure, which will be played sometime soon on the Sunday. It'll be the same as VTM. What we're going to do is we'll choose a VTM session to end on for 2 or 3 weeks while we run the mini campaign. So those players that are currently playing in VTM will be able to take a small break, and we'll come back to VTM after the mini adventure. So, nothing too major. It's a captain, exactly. So I will give you guys that information in the coming days, so keep an eye on your Discords. I will send you the D&D Beyond link. As far as character creation is concerned, there are no race restrictions, there are no class restrictions. Homebrew is allowed within reason. Backstories are not overly necessary. If you want to create a simple background / backstory to help you play your character, by all means. But when it's a mini adventure, basically a one shot, so not really focusing on backstories too much.
So what you're saying is a toss up between who has the longest story, Drax or Baz,
or JJ.
or JJ.
You never know. But anyway, like I said, I'll touch base with everyone. We'll get any questions you've got. Obviously, hit me up. Yeah, Grim as well. Yeah. So any information you need from me, hit me up once I got all the information. Obviously, Hero Forge characters will be needed for tokens, so we'll need that as well. Again, we got a little bit of time. We'll basically won't choose the start date until everyone's ready to go, and then we'll pick a date and we'll just do it.
JJ hasn't fainted. He's still here.
Why me? Why me? It's all good, JJ. Like I said, any assistance you need, my friend, in character creation or anything like that, you hit me up. I will help you out as much as I can. My friend in character creation or anything like that, you hit me up. Music stuff. And yeah, so we should raid someone as we normally do. Who is on tonight? We have...
It's okay, JJ. Just go around killing everybody. We'll be all good.
You'll be fine, JJ. You will be fine, my friend. Absolutely fine. We've got Hippie382. They are a...
Goddamn hippies.
Goddamn. I mean, they're 2 hours 50 and they're an Aussie stream, but they are... What are they? They're doing a grand old bake-off. What the hell it is. Oh, look at this. Wait for ads, of course. Mind you, Cuddly Raptor's playing as well. We might raid Cuddly Raptor.
2 words combined that can't make sense.
Yep, Cuddly Raptor. I don't know why you'd want to cuddle a raptor, but why not?
You can for like a second.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it might be a little painful. Audio was good. Sweet. Yes, I adjusted the noise gate and moved the microphone closer to my face. Always helps. But we are going to raid just quickly. So again, Cuddly Raptors, Aussie Dev, one of Aussie Dev Throws players. We normally raid Aussie Dev Throws, so we'll raid Cuddly Raptor instead tonight. Anywho, so tomorrow night, probably some Red Dead online or something along those lines. If you want to come and hang out, Chicken and Trash, you want to come play? We're doing that about 8 o'clock ish.
We need to convince Yanti to come in too.
Well, I know she's got it. We can initiate her the same way we did. Or no, Trash, you're not allowed to shoot her, okay? When you shot all of us, I did not start it. You started it.
Sorry, no.
Well, Chicken started it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Now, children.
Actually, Chicken started that. He admits that. Anywho, Red Dead Online tomorrow night. So if you've got it, come and hang out with us. It's MMO. Everyone can join. Wednesday night, Curse of Strahd, back here on my channel, doing the more vampire stuff. The crew are still in Argynvost, wandering around to this fort. Some ghosties and rescued a dusk elf, kinda. But they're still wandering through the mansion of Argynvost, trying to figure out what's going on there. Then back here Friday over on Miss Yanti's channel, doing Stormlord's Wrath. Hopefully Vilfin will be back from setting up trade with lizard people. And then back here again Sunday, VTM. Until then, everyone take care. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for the follows. We had the Bard's Codpiece. Oh my god, I didn't see that till just now. Strasny and Minstrel's Tale. Thank you for the follows, guys. JJ with the 100 bits. That's 1,000, but no, 100 bits. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it. And we will see you tomorrow for some gaming. Start the raid. Say goodnight. Ciao.